Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final session of Treasure or International Management Accounting and Business Tournament 2022. On this special day, finally, we can gather online with full enthusiasm and pride. And today we will also celebrate the hard work and skills of the participants during the tournament stage. Treasure is an international tournament to expand the discussion on current issues in accounting, management, and business, with a theme capturing the technology for today's management, accounting, and business. This event is hosted by Master of Applied Accounting Information System of Polytechnic Negeri Malang and co-hosted by University College of Yayasan Pahang, Malaysia, Ilocosur Polytechnic State College, Philippines, Polytechnic University of the Philippines, and Dutan University, Vietnam. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Angelina Latifa as the MC for today's event. And let me welcome the Honorable Dr. Ratih Indri Hapsari, STMT, PhD, as the Vice Director of Polytechnic Negeri Malang, the Honorable Mr. Andi Kusuma Indrawan, SCOM MT, as the Head of Accounting Department, the Honorable Dr. Nurafni Altivia, as the Head of Master of Applied Accounting Information System, the Honorable all judges, and also all participants. On behalf of the organizing committee, we extend our appreciation for your presence today. To all audience, you can invite your friends or supporters to join our live streaming right now in our YouTube channel, S2SIA Polinema. You can see the YouTube link in the chat box. Let's start this event with Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Please take a minute of silence to listen to our national anthem, Indonesia Raya. Thank you. Now let us start our event by welcoming the Vice Director of Polytechnic Negeri Malang to deliver the first opening speech. Please welcome Dr. Ratih Indri Hapsari, STMT, PhD. Time is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Chairman. Good morning, everyone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Honorable President of Dutan University, President of University College of Yayasan Pahang, President of Ilocos Polytechnic State College, and President of Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Let me introduce myself. I'm Rati, Vice Director of Cooperation and Development of State Polytechnic of Malang. Also, for all the delegates from all countries and all participants in this event, welcome to our event in Polynema. Thank you so much for all participants to have a chance here to share your thought in this event, in this treasure competition, International Management Accounting and Business Tournament. We are happy to welcome all delegates in this event. This event is very relevant with the issue of the Society 5.0. One definition that we can explain about the Society 5.0 is a human-centered society that balance the economic and advancement with the social aspect, with the resolution of the social problems, with the highly integrating the technology, the economic development thoughts, as well as the social aspect. Therefore, we do hope that through this event, we can share our knowledge, our idea, and our insight, and it will be a good chance for us here to participate, especially you as a students here as an agent of change. And I hope that all students here can make a link, can make a networking between Polynema, Tritan University, CYP, ILOCOS, and PUP here, and extend our collaboration activities. For all students, please make a competition, please make a friends here, and you can improve your skill through this event and give a good, improve your competence as a student of management, accounting, and business. Then we would like to open this event. Please enjoy this event. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rati. Next, we will have the opening speech from our head of organizing committee. Please welcome Mrs. Fatimatu Zahro Fasda Octavia MSc. Times is yours.
Thank you, Miss Angel. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, Vice Director 4 of Polytechnic Negeri Malang, Dr. Rati Indri Hapsari PhD, Head of Accounting Department, Mr. Andi Kusuma MT, Head of Master of Applied Accounting Information System Study Program, Dr. Nurafni Altivia, all judges and committee members, and all treasure participants. It is my great pleasure and honor to welcome you today. First of all, I would like to thank you all who have participated in this tournament. As we state on our website, this event is not the first event held by our study program. Since 2 years ago, we have been holding almost the same competition, which is named ICCOM, Accounting Information System Competition. And this year, we increased the level of this competition from national into international competition in order to expand discussion on current issues in management, accounting, and business. And we name it Treasure. And in this year, we carry the theme Capturing the Technology for Today's Management, Accounting, and Business. So with this theme, we hope to invite all young people in the world to capture the effect of technology development in our field. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 3 categories of this tournament, which are essay, poster, and TikTok video. And the total number of participants is 60 from many countries, such as Philippines, Malaysia, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Kazakhstan, India, and also Indonesia. So after going through the review selection, finally the 5 best essays and poster were selected. And today, all finalists will present their work in front of the judges. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, for all participants, I wish you all the best. Let's make friends and connection together within participants in this tournament, and let's learn together from others' opinion about something new, the improvement of technology on our field. So hopefully you guys enjoy this tournament from the beginning until the end. Good luck and thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Mrs. Fatim. I'd like to invite all audiences to turn on the camera for capturing this moment. Committee, please help me to take a screenshot. Okay, I'm counting from 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you so much. For today's event, all participants will present their essays, which will be assessed directly by judges. Have joined with us a great woman, well known as editor and reviewer for Sinta Journals and International Conference, who has been a senior lecturer for 13 years and now being the head of study program of Master of Applied Counting Information System. Please welcome Dr. Nurafni Eltivia from Polytechnic Negeri Malang. Good morning, Dr. Via. How are you?
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Morning, Dr. Via. Glad to see you again on this wonderful opportunity, and thank you for your willingness. And are you ready for today, Dr. Via?
Sure. Okay.
Okay, Dr. Via will not be alone because she will be accompanied by the next judges. Born in 1994, a talented Filipino man with much experience, started for being the instructor in Ilocosur Polytechnic State College to the finance manager position in Arzadon Real Estate and Commercial Aids. Please welcome Dr. Carlo Ian Arsadon Manalansan from Ilocosur Polytechnic State College, Philippines. Good morning, Dr. Manalansan.
Hi, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone.
Nice to see you here, Dr. Manalansan, and thank you for your willingness. So, Dr. Manalansan, are you ready for today?
Yes, ma'am, of course. Very much excited.
Okay. And the last judges is a hardworking Filipino woman who has interest in many fields of research and now being the Associate Professor 5 in Master of Science in Economics. Please welcome Dr. Aileen L. Kamba from Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Good morning, Dr. Kamba. Okay, I think Dr. Kamba is still trying to join us. I like to say welcome and warm greetings to all judges. Okay, before we start our next agenda, let me give the information related to the rules of essays presentations. All finalists must present their work. If any team not showing up to the final will be disqualified. Finalists must share screen the PPT. Duration for presentation is 10 minutes and continue with Q&A session for 10 minutes. Committee will give reminder on minutes 7. All judges will ask questions to the finalists. During presentation and Q&A, finalists must turn on the camera. The following is the list of today's final essays presenter. First, we have Vivka and Dea from Polytechnic Negeri Batam. The second is Keisha from Universitas Katolik Widya Mandala, Surabaya. The third is Rahayu Ningtyas and Anjuna from Polytechnic Negeri Malang. The fourth is Jenny and Young from University College of Yayasan Pahang. And the last is Eliza and Evelyn from Universitas Katolik Widya Mandala, Surabaya. Without further ado, let us start the essay's presentation, which will begin with the essay entitled Mobile-Based Accounting Application to Help MSMEs in a review by Vivka Guarda Putri and Dea Natasha Fahira from Polytechnic Negeri Batam. You have 10 minutes to present and time is yours.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. Allow me to share our presentation first. Biarin aja. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and our judges today. We would like to say thank you for this precious opportunity. In this opportunity, we will present to you about our essay entitled Mobile-Based Accounting Application to Help MSMEs in a Review.
Before continuing this presentation, allow us to introduce ourselves. I am Diana Tasha Faira and my partner,
Rifka Gorda Putri.
we are from Politeknik Negeri Batam with code E015 in this competition. Let's move on to the next slide.
Okay, let me start by giving you some background about this ESAI. In Indonesia, micro, small, and medium enterprise play an important role in the Indonesian economic sector. MSMEs that are growing will definitely require greater capital that can be obtained by sources of funds borrowed from the bank. Bank Indonesia in May 2019 stated that the total bank credit growth was only 12.9%. The reason for this growth because there are criteria that are not fulfilled by MSMEs, one of which is good financial reporting. Talking about financial reporting, in the current era of the new digital economy, it is undeniable that the use of digital financial reporting has been widely circulated, especially in the use of mobile technology. Basically, MSMEs can easily download various business financing applications in the App Store or Play Store. So, what are the problems faced by MSMEs when the financial reporting application is said to be easy to find? Let's see the answer on the next slide.
See the importance of financial reporting. However, currently, there are still a few MSMEs who do not have and understand the importance of good financial reporting record for their business. In addition, MSMEs do not yet have sufficient knowledge about existing business financial reporting application. Business financial reporting mobile application is a very important to understand, so that micro, small, and medium enterprise can take maximum benefit. Therefore, here we present two ways to solve this problem. First, based on knowledge as well as experience, personal writer is use application reporting finance mobile-based notepad. And the second, based on result rating and rating from user every application available on Play Store and App Store.
Okay, in front of us, there are 6 applications selected that have been reviewed with the highest rating is 4.8 and the lowest rating is 4.2. Based on the application downloader, with the highest downloader is more than 5 million user and the lowest downloader is more than 500,000 user. Next. Based on our perception, basically these 6 applications have some similarities based on the advantages, such as have a good security system, export data, especially in PDF format, mobile database application storage. And the disadvantages, basically every application has its own disadvantages. So of the 6 applications, there are 2 applications that can only be used for personal financial record than for other applications that are suitable for MSMEs.
The second way is the review based on the result of rating review from user of each application. Here we present 30 future category in this review. In this first slide, we present 6 category feature. Then you can see in your screen. Then on the next slide, there are 7 category feature in this slide. Basically, of all the 6 application reviewed, the Cashbook and Buku Warung application are applications that are suitability with this review.
Turning our attention now that we have come to the conclusion of this presentation. In this conclusion, let me show the recommendation application that we choose in this presentation is first Cashbook Cash Management application by Cashbook, and the second application is Buku Warung by PT Buku Usaha Digital. The reason why we recommend these two applications are for the first recommendation application, Cashbook Cash Management application by Cashbook. This application have many features in their application. But what the strength of this application? Previously, there were some applications that were multi-user. However, they didn't have good access restriction like this application. On the other hand, Cashbook has a track record of revision to data in one application, so it can be known who made the revision application.
Second is Buku Warung. What the strength of this application from other application? The strength of this application is that Buku Warung present their service with various type of alternative business as well as recording. MSMEs can use this application to carry out other business such as selling credit, paying for electricity and the water, paying for internet and health, and the other. This is certainly an added value for this application is helping MSMEs. And the next strength is the QRS facility provide have also been integrated with institutional finance. So you don't have to be afraid to make transaction online, especially during new era after COVID-19.
Okay, we will think that's all we can share with all of you here. Our hope in this essay is that this mobile application is very important to understand so that micro, small, and medium enterprise can take maximum benefit for their business in the future. So this essay can be input in helping and developing MSMEs. Thank you very much for your great attention to appreciate our presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Vivka and Dea. Now we reach the Q&A session. We invite Dr. Via for the first question.
Okay. Can you hear my voice? Vivka and Dea, can you hear my voice clearly? Okay. Well, before I asking some question to you, Vivka and Dea, I would like to give congratulations first because you become as one of the finalists of this Treasure International competition. Okay. So, well, your essay is has an interesting topic. It's about mobile-based accounting applications to help MSMEs in a review. So, what is actually you can give to us detail and clear about your suggestion to start up maybe in I think this is the area in Indonesia, right? Maybe
Right.
you give detailed suggestion to increase the startup or application to give more service to the customer online. What should what should they do to enhance the service? Can you hear? Can you hear it? My voice? Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, good.
We remind to the participants that the Q&A session will have 10 minutes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you for the question. Allow me to answer the questions. In our understanding, this application suggests for their service is they they give their feature for MSMEs that can use more easily. For example,
Okay, you
for
can repeat.
example,
Mhm.
okay, for example, they can use the application for make other business in one application. So, and then they can use the application for record their financial reporting for their business. Because in Indonesia, we found some MSMEs that have not yet understanding for how to record their financial and how to make more business in one application. So the application that we recommend is the best application that we think for the MSMEs that they really want to make other business in one application and they want to easily record their financial statement. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I think that's great explanation, Vivka and Dea. The committee, am I still have chance to asking or it should move to another judge? Okay,
I'm so sorry, ma'am. We have to move to the other judge.
okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
we invite Dr. Manalansan to give the next question.
Hello, good morning, presenters.
Good
Am
morning,
I
sir.
Good morning, sir.
okay? So yeah, here's my question. Given the developments on mobile-based accounting application, um, will accountants be replaced by such artificial intelligence? Why or why not? Again, I repeat the question. Given the developments on mobile-based accounting applications, will accountants be replaced by artificial intelligence? Why or why not?
Us to answer. Okay, sir. Thank you for the question. Allow me to answer the questions. In our review, this six application just only can use for record transaction, but for the financial statement, they not clearly or not more specific content. But I think the financial transaction record can use to accounting to understand the business, but not for financial statement. Is not specifically for per application, and there have track record for the more transaction. So for accountant can see what the business, the MSMEs do, and how their record their financial transaction. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you for your answer. I guess we can actually ask for a follow-up question, ma'am, right?
Yes, sir. What?
I'm sorry, sir. I can hear your voice.
No, I mean, Angelina.
Oh,
We can ask for a follow-up question. Am I right?
oh.
I'm so sorry, sir. We gonna move to the next chat.
Okay, thank you. Again,
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
for your
Okay, thank you, Dr. Manalansan. We invite Dr. Kamba to give the next question.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So, my apology. I will be changing the background later. My question is, in what way mobile-based accounting applications considered cost-effective for MSMEs? Again, in what way mobile-based accounting applications considered cost-effective for MSMEs? Thank you very much, guys. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you question, but can you give me time for the answer?
Okay. So the question is, in what way mobile-based accounting applications considered cost-effective for MSMEs? I think you are being muted.
Okay. Let me allow to answer. In our opinion, this mobile application is very effective for MSMEs in recording their transaction so that they can manage their business well.
No further question. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kamba, for the question. Yes. Are we still have a time, committee? Okay. Okay, we are going to the next presenter. Next, the essay entitled Accountant's Role in Reducing Environmental Damage Through Recording and Accounting Reporting of Restoration Costs by Kesia Agnes Maria from Universitas Katolik Widya Mandala, Surabaya. You have 10 minutes to present and time is yours.
Good morning, the honorable judges and the other audience. Thank you for coming to my presentations. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Keisha Agnes Maria. I'm a representative of Undergraduate Accounting Department, Faculty of Business, Widya Mandala Catholic University, Surabaya. Today, I will present my essay entitled Accountant's Role in Reducing the Environmental Damage to recording and accounting reporting of the restoration cost as a case study of SAK 57. This day, my presentation divided into 6 parts, which basically consists of the introductions, the discussions, and the conclusions. So let's jump in and get going. As a member of United Nations, Indonesia is obliged to support the implementations of 17 Sustainable Development Goals. One of the Sustainable Development Goals is SDG 12, which emphasizes about the sustainable productions and consumptions. In order to achieving this goal, Indonesia must make sure that the regeneration rates of the natural resource exceeds its consumption or extraction rates. Unfortunately, in effect, in Indonesia, there are still excessive exploitations of natural resources. Call it nickel that will be run out in the just 29 years, or the lead that will be depleted in the 24 years. Sadly, let's take a look at this picture. In the 2021, the coal mining company in Indonesia optimized the exploitations of the coal reserve due to the increasing in the world coal demand. Actually, SAK 57, which rules about the provisions of assets contingents and liability contingents, has tried to limit these excessive exploitations through their provisions. But the company often circumvent these rules because this rule still has loopholes. What loopholes? Let's back to the underlying concept. The mining company is required to pay the restoration cost in the end of the mining activity in site. This cost can be classified as a provisions or the contingent liability, depends on the fulfillment requirements of recognizing provisions. There are three requirements. The first is as a result of the past event, the second is probable to happen, and the third is the amount can be estimated. The company tends to report the estimated liability or the restoration cost as a contingent liability because the contingent liability will not increase the company provision, will not report it in the statement of financial positions. So will not increase the company leverage and will not make the company difficult to get a loan from the creditors. But how the company do that? Company doing the off-balance sheet by using the second, the loopholes in the second requirement. It's probable to happen. What's the question is, what is the basis use management to determine whether it's probable or not the restoration cost will be happening in the future? It's just an estimation, right? And these estimations make the subjectivity and give management the opportunity to make off balance sheets. So this is a great area of the SAK 57 we need to close. I talk this with the data. I evidence the problem with the data that the BUMN or the government-owned mining company provides a high level of provisions. But the BUMS or the private-owned mining company tends to minimize or not report at all any provisions. So to solving this problem, I present the indicator of possibility outcome as the solutions or IPO. I make the IPO as the X. So the IPO, the indicator will provide a certain score to determine the percentage of possibility restoration costs will be incurred in the future, whether probable or not, as a condition for recognizing provisions. By using the indicators, The number of the reported provisions will increase, and so will the leverage. And mining company will think twice if they will do the over exploitations of the natural resources. So why we must using IPO apps? What's so special about these apps? First, it is easy to use. It's very easy to use. It's very easy to understand. The manager will fill out the regular questionnaire. It's not difficult at all. The second is it's provide the quick calculations so the users can get the results immediately after they filled and submit the indicators. And the third is the result can be exported as PDF or the Excel file. So it will easing the financial reporting of the provisions. So this is the indicators look like. This is contents of 10 questions to be answered by the management, which its questions is indirectly reflects how likely the restoration cost will happen or not. So the management is also need to provide the brief explanations about why they answer yes or no, very sure
I'm so
or
sorry. Reminder, 3 minutes left.
Thank you for the reminder. Okay, the benefits of IPO is of the company to easing the reporting provisions and minimizing the subjectivity of management. And for SDGs is to decrease the excessive exploitations of natural resources due to the increasing provisions and the leverage of the company. And we arrive at the final part of this presentation, the conclusions. The conclusions that we can take from this is to achieve the sustainable development goals, a company which use the natural resource or which consume the natural resource need to consume it wisely or as efficient as possible. It's not easy at all. Company try to make as much as profit as possible, and company often forget the environmental aspects, right? Now, that's why the gray area in the standards, in the accounting standards, especially for tax AKA 57, is need to be closed. And this indicator close this gray area. By the IPO, the company will think twice to over exploiting the natural resource. The recommendations that the authors give is the support and participations from the DSAK IAI as the Indonesian standard setters and the mining company is very needed to achieve the sustainable development goals, especially for the SDG 12. Okay, that's all for my presentations today. Thank you for the honorable judges and the audience attention. And is there any questions so far?
Okay, thank you, Keisha. Now we reach the Q&A session. We will have 10 minutes for this session. We invite Dr. Manalansan for the Q&A session.
Hello, Keisha. Thank you for your presentation. Can you hear me?
Of course, sir.
Okay. So my question is this one. Given the length of time for nature's regeneration, which can slow down production, how can companies then maximize profit? Again, one of the statements that actually strike me the most in your paper is on the nature's regeneration and profit maximization. So again, here's my question. Given the length of time for nature's regeneration, which can slow down production, how can companies maximize profit? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, sir, for the questions. I think companies still can maximizing profits with exploiting wisely the natural resource, because in the stakeholder theory, we can the company is not only the objective is not only to maximizing profits, but also consider the environmental aspects too. By using this natural resource wisely, I'm sure that Indonesia have a rich natural resource that the company can exploit wisely and still get a large of profits by extracts. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Manalansan. And next move to Dr. Via to give the next question.
Okay. Hello, Keisha. Can you hear my voice?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. Firstly, I would like to say congratulations first because you already become the finalist here. Well, in your paper or your essay, you propose application called IPO.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it's interesting, something that interesting. But actually, this application is it really from your thoughts, or you make it based on other researchers or others referring other researchers maybe? And well, actually, IPO abbreviation is more closely related to initial public offering, right? And maybe it is better if you want to set this application, you'd better using another abbreviation or another terms, I think. And my next question is maybe you can explain more detail about the relationship between the IPO, your apps here, and PSAK 57, especially from the question. And have you tried to use these apps, and how is the result? The result when you measure using the IPO, and how is the result of this? Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the questions, ma'am. I will try to answer. Based on my literature, what I've read, my indicator is first axis. So my indicator is an initial review, and I'm not referring to another research. I made this indicator based on the intermediate accounting third edition written by Kiso, the material that I learned in that book, and information provided in the notes of the financial statement. So this indicator a good fit theoretically and practically. Practically because it refers to the material trusted in a trusted book in the field of financial accounting, and practically it refers to practice carried out to the company, which reflected in the notes of financial statement. And the relations between my indicators and the apps is the applications, the IPO applications will facilitate my indicator to reach easily by the users. And it can be easily to fill out and exported to the another type of files. And thank you, ma'am, for the suggestions. I will change name in the future. Actually, I have not tried these apps, but in this time I propose these apps to the ERP and the company, but I don't get any replace from them. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Via, do you have any other question?
I think it's already finished for me.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Via. Maybe we can next to Dr. Kamba for the next question.
Congratulations for that very interesting presentation. So this is my question. Can you hear me?
Of course, ma'am, clearly.
Yes, okay. So my question is just, is really reducing environmental damage would result to a better performance and increase in business value of an organization? Okay. So
thank you for the questions, ma'am. I think that by reducing the environmental damage will create a good point of view of the corporate governance for the company. So it will make another stakeholders, another investor candidate will see that, whoa, this company has good intentions in how to keep the environmental, uh, the natural resource wisely. So I think it will increase the company value in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, no further questions.
Okay, is there any another question, Dr. Aileen? Okay. Okay, we can move to the next presenter. Next, the essay entitled Digital Climate Action Investment, Green Financing Application to Support Smart Eco Industry, Expansion Based on Environmental Social Governance, ESG, by Rahayuning Tias and Anjuna Amelia from Polytechnic Negeri Malang. You have 10 minutes to present and time is yours.
Thank you for the opportunity, Miss. Let me show our screen first. Let's recognize conference and tackle climate change with green finance investment. Hello everyone, good morning and best wishes to all of us, to honorable judges and all the audience. Introducing ourselves from the ESA team EO16, State Polytechnic of Malang, proudly presenting Digital Climate Action Investment, Green Financing Application to support smart eco-industry expansion based on environmental social governance or ESG. Okay, introducing our team.
I'm Rahayuning Tias.
And my name is Anjuna Amelia, and this is what our recent research has been looking at. Without any further ado, so let's get started. Next, please. So all countries in the world, including Indonesia, are faced with the risks of climate change, which has a specific impact on the sustainability of all sectors. On the Kata data, it is stated that the impacts of climate change, according to the Directorate General of Climate Change Control, are divided into 5 types. They are water, habitat, forest, health, agriculture, and coastal. All of these aspects must be related to the finances. Then, let's discuss the problems we are currently facing are likely to get worse if we don't take steps to anticipate them. The expert staff Ministry of the Environment and Forestry said that currently the global temperature increase is approximately 1 degree Celsius and is causing crop failure, flooding, infrastructure damage, and others. This impact will ultimately lead to financial losses for both the population per capita and also industry. By international support, Indonesia is committed to reducing carbon emission by 29 to 41% by 2030. In addition, this country is also targeting net zero emissions as stated at the climate action tracker, which we can see on this slide. So the question is, what are the government steps to tackle this? Okay, let's watch the following short video to give you a little overview. Right, green financing. Climate action that is currently being carried out in the financial sector is the regulation of green finance, including green bonds and also green sukuk. Next, I will give an example from my own country. So Indonesia's climate action have already been carried out. The trend of green finance is also increasing. However, it seems that this action has not been published to the public as a potential investors because green finance products are still separate on different platforms. Strategic steps are needed from this investment technology aspect regarding how an efficient digital-based green financing system is integrated into one platform in order to maximize the contribution of investors in supporting industries actually in Indonesia to reduce carbon emissions. Therefore, we as the others offer a solution. So the solution there is digital climate action investment as a system that can be developed in the form of an application with the concept of integrating all green finance products as well as additional investment products. The integration system is designed to make it easier for investors and issuers to conduct transactions. This application also indirectly becomes a green finance publication, right? Like medium as well as one of the efforts to substantially improve climate policies and actions. If the use of financial technology is carried out in the long term, Indonesia's contribution to achieving SDGs 2030.13 climate action through the development of investment products will be maximized.
So in this discussion, I will explain about our method. The method that was used in this research is RAT method. Sukamta and Salahuddin 2016 said that rapid application development method is a model of the software development process that is incremental, especially for short working time. So the RAT method is the first is requirement planning, user interface design, construction, and cutover. And then why GreenFast? Why GreenFast? Because we designed GreenFast as an easy-to-use application to integrate green finance product with the aim of becoming a medium that brings together issuers with investor with the concept of effective management to support the expansion of companies, startup, and green project. There are 3 products will be integrated. The first is Green Bond. Green Bond are defined as debt securities whose issuance proceeds aim to support environmentally friendly project, and then green sukuk. Green sukuk are securities whose issuance results are used to finance environmental projects by following the mechanism for issuing state sukuk as well as the contracts used. And then the last one is green startup investment, which green startup investment is a development of investment product that
Sorry,
financing
reminder, 3 minutes left.
that financing SMEs. And then this is our interface design. There are register page and then login page. And then dashboard, portfolio page, green bond page, green sukuk page, transaction page, investment simulation page, investment comparison page, and buying page. And then this is our website. So for the next step is construction. In here, use case of user is the first login, and then view portfolio, viewing green company data, see the green company financial ratio watch list, and then make transaction. And for use case of green company is register company and manage company data. And then for the last step is a cutover. In the information feature of the GreenFast application, an additional page is needed, namely project information, to provide an explanation to investor about what project or development are being carried out by companies or startups. In addition, there should also be a score profile for each issuer to convince investor whether the company has met the standards examined by the OJK through the green company. Then it is also necessary to add an environmental social governance report page for each issuer that has received financing. And the conclusion of our essays is Greenfast is digital climate action investment that support issuer to obtain financing and then expand in the industrial world by applying the ESG report in order to adapt to become a smart eco industry.
Okay, everyone, and finally, we are at the end of our presentation. We hope that our program can be very useful in the future, especially in reducing world carbon emissions and realizing ESG goals. Thank you for your attention. See you on the next occasion.
Okay, thank you, Yuning Tias and Anjuna. Now we reach the Q&A session. We will have 10 minutes for this session. We invite Dr. Kamba for the first question.
Okay, okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
My question is, by the way, you have such a very good presentation. And my question is really green financing an essential part of the sustainability of an organization in the long run? So, is really green financing really an essential part of the sustainability of an organization in the long run?
Okay, Ma'am Eileen. Let me answer this question first. So about the green financing system, we also have literature from other countries, not only in Indonesia but all the world, especially about green financing. So with our background, like we conclude that the problem ourselves in the world is climate change. So with this climate change and also the increasing of the 1 degree Celsius, with the insufficient for the climate action tracker that I previously shown on the slide. So we conclude that green financing also contribute to climate change because especially in finance, because the company company itself have a lot of gas carbon emissions to like especially for the environment will be like more gas with no health about to the human being. So with this application we will compile all the application like investment and also green sukuk and green bonds to contribute the investor especially to make a funding for our startup. Then the government must take action to this problem and make a startup especially more improved by this application like this by green financing also.
In addition, this application will impactful because of the startup and the company have fun to do the development of green project or development the green based activities, ma'am, to support the climate action.
Thank you very much. No further questions.
Is there any other question, Dr.
No
Kamba?
further questions.
Okay, we move on to the next judges. We invite Dr. Via to give the next question.
Okay. Hello, Rahayu, Anjuna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I really appreciate you as become as one of the finalists in this competition, and I think your presentation is very good. Well, my question is about this application. Does the application that you've been developed already have a prototype? And also based on your essay, there is a statement that this application also indirectly becomes a green finance publication media, as well as one of the efforts to substantially improve climate policies and action taken by Indonesia. Would you please give a more detailed explanation about this indirectly green finance publication media? Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, we want to answer the question. This application is indirectly become a publication media because of we designed this application as well as become a easy to use application and a simple feature, so the investor more interesting uh, uh, to contribute in the green finance to investment the fund for the expansion of companies and green startup.
Then about the application, like Dr. Nur Afni asks, our application still in the development process because we have idea and also we write the idea from this type of an essay, and then after that we like continue our research and will be search a lot of funding to be fund for our application, and also we will collab with the IT community to really realizing this application. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, is there any following question, Dr. Via?
I guess it's enough. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Via. And now we invite Dr. Mana Lansang for the other question.
Hello, good morning. Again, thank you for your presentation. My question is that given that going green takes time and that the initial costs can actually be high, how can we make this inclusive, especially for small, medium enterprises? Again, given that going green takes time and the initial costs can actually be high, how can we make this inclusive, especially for small, medium enterprises?
Thank you, Mr. Ayan, for your question. Let me answer. So about our application to as a medium, like a publication about green financing. So we are highly recommendation for this application to other startup in Indonesia, especially the first like the first step we will realizing this application. Then about the high like high investment or others about the funding, we will contribute and also make a collaboration with all the structure of the company, especially on the finance aspect. That will be a startup company and MSMEs and etc. Then we also promote our application to other like especially about the finance company and like business to make collaboration and bring the improvement from our company to bring the financing, especially green finance.
Yes, in addition, fulfill the high cost in the green expansion that companies need, we also have to publication or socialization this application to the global investor. So the fund that can be used by company is high. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. No further question. Thank you.
No
Thank you
other
for
question, Dr. Manalansan?
No further questions, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, judges. And the next essay, entitled The Impact of E-Wallets Among Consumers by Jenny Ang and Yong Sumei from University College of Yayasan Pahang. You have 10 minutes to present and time is yours.
Okay, thank you, MC Angelina. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to all. My name is Jenny Ang with my partner Yong Sumei. We are from Malaysia University College of Yayasan Pahang. Today we'd like to present the topic Impact of e-wallet among consumers. For this introduction, e-wallets is one of the most current technology application and service. An e-wallet, often known as a digital wallet, is a sort of device. And actually, e-wallet is a payment machine that does not influence by using the cash money. And it actually pay their purchase item by scanning the quick response code that known as QR code.
Okay, for this, we have do a survey and collect all the data by using the Google Form. Based on this stacked column bar, we collect 36 response. In this category, they have 27 female response and 14 male response. With a range of age between 13 to 42 years old, the majority of respondents, 7 female and 7 male, were between the age 23 until 27. They mostly originate from friends and family, while the remainder of the respondent is in the minority.
For the use of the e-wallets, if you see this donut pie chart, it illustrates the use of e-wallet among of 36 respondents, with 34 have previously used the e-wallet app, and other 2 have never used it. And actually, these 2 respondents who have never used the e-wallets is above 42 years old.
According to the Pareto histogram, there are 36 of respondents prefer to use Touch and Go e-wallet, following by Boost Wallet and GrabPay, FayPay, WeChat Pay, and Shopee Pay. 3 reasons no e-wallet applications such as Alipay, Aeon Wallets, and Razor Pay. And these 3 kinds of e-wallets are the most popular application in Malaysia, which is Touch and Go, Boost, and GrabPay.
And the reason for the respondent using the e-wallet, by this column, there have 29 respondents use the e-wallet apps because of the cashback, while the 14 respondents use the e-wallet apps to redeem the voucher by earning purchase vesting and the free gift paid interest for the lower 6 respondents.
Next, the frequency of using e-wallets, majority the response will use e-wallet twice per day, but some of respond will an e-wallet use 2 to 4 times per day.
For this amount of e-wallet reload per month, as these paragraphs, you can see the yellow color have a highest respondent say that we reload their e-wallet between 101 ringgit to 300 ringgit, while there have 2 respondents in the blue colors column that say who will reload a lot of money in their e-wallet between 501 ringgit to 700 ringgit. However, no one say that will reload the e-wallet more than 701 ringgit in response to this survey.
Okay, based on the column chart, purpose of using e-wallet payment for grocery is the highest respondent. The lowest column there is 7 respondent or choose the recharge, and the other purpose for paying utility and bill payment and the money transfer. And in e-wallet application, they have a lot of usefulness. From here, you can see they have many functions like toll, parking, transit, financial, retail, bill, merchant, and businesses.
And the cost of a hindrance to use the e-wallet, according to this stacked line, there have a few hindrances to utilize an e-wallet that might prove to be disaster for consumer. Like the upper line have 22 respondents choose the security of mobile payment, and 60 of them in dangerous of losing money, and 5 respondents say it is because it can be used for international transaction, while 2 say it is because it takes too time consumes the setup.
The pie chart show that 34 respondents suggest the e-wallet to other, but the other 2 respondents are not suggest. Since they are 42 years old and just now we have mentioned, both of them are never used the e-wallet. That's why they don't want to put their family and friend and unforeseen risk.
In the conclusion of the e-wallet, in today's fast-paced world where people live a very busy life, this moment and innovation in wallet design will provide some assistance to individuals while shopping, traveling, and so on. E-wallets are become increasingly popular among consumers due to their conventions and ease of use. Like some customer can assist it's simple to use the e-wallet, but maybe they have some others may face difficult when using the e-wallet. Like everything have its pros and cons. We as intelligent users must be the appropriate decision to be careful when using the e-wallets.
Okay, our presentation is in the end. That's all for us. Thank you for so much for your attention. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jenny and Young. Now we reach the Q&A session. We will have 10 minutes for this session. We invite Dr. Fia for the Q&A session. Dr. Fia?
Okay, hello, Jenny and Young Sumei. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I'm fine.
Firstly, I would like to give appreciation because you become as one of the finalists and give good presentation today. So the impacts of e-wallets among consumer. Okay. Based from your essay, do you give another idea? What will you give a thought? Do you have thoughts about how should e-wallet give a service so it can give more benefit to the consumer? Mm-hmm. Can you catch my question? Mm-hmm. Should I repeat it or is it already clear?
Sorry, ma'am, can you repeat again the question?
Okay, based on your essay, the impacts of e-wallets among consumer. Actually, here you talking about the impacts about e-wallet to consumer, but maybe you can give thoughts about how e-wallets can give service more to give or to enhance the benefits to the consumer. Maybe they can maybe about the feature or about another. Maybe you just give the idea or your thoughts.
Thank you, Madam, for giving the question, and I will answer the question. For now, a lot of the business are a lot of the people are using the phone, and then they also use the application e-wallet. So we can just in the business we just can use the QR code to make the payment. So easily the customer easy to use the application and no need to use the cash.
It's about cashless. It's about cashless. I mean, maybe do you have any idea what the e-wallet should do? Maybe give another further feature, more offer than cashless. Maybe additional feature, so it can give more service to the customer.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to answer the question. Like they have actually they have a lot of benefits when we doing the e-wallet. The first, of course, we no need to worry about the cash money, that we no need to bring this to a lot of cash money. And when we using the e-wallet, they have a lot of benefit, like sometimes they will give the cash back when we purchasing some item. Like they will give back our 10% or 30% cashback. I think this are very benefit to each other. And the other thing, like the e-wallets actually it's not say it's more safety, but it easy to bring to every way. Like we just need to put our passport and our number phone when we want to use it. So I think it's so have many benefits to consumer when use the e-wallets. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, is there any other question, Dr. Via?
No question more?
Okay, we can move to the next judges. We invite Dr. Kanba for the next question.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. My question is, can you cite some key factors that might discourage really the use of e-wallets by customers or by consumers? So can you give at least 2 key factors that might discourage them to go cashless? Okay, thank you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Sorry,
Yes.
Madam, can you repeat the question?
Can you give at least 2 key factors that might discourage consumers to go cashless? 2 major factors why they don't want to go cashless or e-wallets.
Okay, thank you, Madam, for the question. I will answer the question. Because of now a lot of the case of the robber, then so maybe we just let's bring the cashless and make more safety. When we use the phone to bring the phone and make the payment, so we don't need to bring the cash to make make less the case of robber.
For additional, like now the e-wallets not only by reload, they also can connect to our debit card. So it's easy for us to take the money in the e-wallet. So for now, the cash money can be saved like in bank. So we don't need to go to bank ATM to take out the money.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Is there any other question, Dr. Kamba?
No other questions.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Next, we have Dr. Manalansan for the next question.
Okay, good morning, presenters. Again, thank you for your presentation. Okay, here's my question. Actually, it's the flip side of Dr. Kamba's question. If we're going to look at the statistics right now, only around 24 to 36% of the global population actually use um, e-wallets. Okay, may it be Apple Pay or the Shopee Pay or Alipay that you presented a while ago. Now, given the lack of worldwide availability, how can we market such platforms to reap its benefits? Again, given the lack of worldwide availability of e-wallets, how can we market such platforms to reach the benefits that you actually presented? Thank you.
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat the question?
Okay. Again, given the lack of worldwide availability of e-wallets, how can we make or how can we market such platforms to reap its benefits? Again, given the lack of worldwide availability of the e-wallets, how can we market such platform to reap its benefits?
Maybe we can share more the application to the friends or family to prefer use this the e-wallet that they have many benefit. So it's good for the consumer to use the e-wallet.
Okay. Will you be adding more answer or it's already done? Sorry. I thought you were just muted a while ago. If not, it's okay. I'm already done with my question.
Okay, excuse me, Jenny and Young. Are you enough to answer?
Okay, thank you, sir. We enough the answer.
Okay. Is there any following question, Dr. Manalansan?
No more, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we're gonna move to the last essay, entitled Gamification on a Blockchain-Based Learning Management System, LMS, to improve the quality of online learning for accounting students during the COVID-19 pandemic, by Eliza and Evelyn Evania Aryadi from Universitas Katolik Widya Mandala, Surabaya. You have 10 minutes to present and time is yours.
Okay, I will share my screen. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Good morning, judges, all the committee and fellow participants. My name is Eliza, and this is my friend.
Hello, everyone. My name is Evelyn.
We are from Widya Mandala Catholic University of Surabaya. We are here to present our essay, Gamification on a Blockchain-Based Learning Management System to improve the quality of online learning for accounting students during the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so the majority of students are now went into a virtual school year, and data from around the country is starting to show that the quality of education are falling behind. According to Nadiem Makarim, as the Indonesian Minister of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology, said that the quality of online learning continues to decline. And this is not just happen in Indonesia, this also happen around the world. This statement is in line with the research conducted by Argaheni, which states that online learning tends to make students passive, less creative, and less productive. Another issue is that there is a lot of cheating going on, which causes students to lose interest in the learning process. Many will question, why will I study by myself if I can cheat? And we think this is an urgency, a pressing issue that must be solved, because inadequate learning quality has a negative impact on graduate quality. So we have an idea of new learning model so that the quality of online learning can be increased. We implement blockchain into the learning management system, or LMS, which collaborated with the gamification model. In here, students can get tokens that can be exchanged for rewards related to the facilities offered by the university. Later, Evelyn will explain things related to these rewards. But right now, I will briefly explain about what blockchain is. Blockchain is an ever-expanding list of records called blocks that are securely linked using cryptographic techniques. Blockchain has three characteristics. It's transparent, immutable, and decentralized. First, transparency will make all activities done by students will be recorded on the LMS, and the university as the controller can easily monitor the activity of the students. Secondly, with this immutability characteristics, all activities carried out by students can be recorded and cannot be manipulated. And lastly, the decentralized the LMS is anti-hacking because all the activities controlled by one center, and the center is, of course, the university itself. And regarding the characteristics of a transparent and decentralized blockchain, universities can still use the private blockchain type with permission, where university as an LMS administrator can manage only university members who have access to the LMS. So we move into the discussion. So this is the LMS model that we designed. Actually, we already have this kind of LMS model in our university, minus the gamification part, of course. It is called Bella, by the way. Okay, back to the topic. To log into the LMS, students must enter the username, as you can see here, and password that has been set by the university. And down below on the left side, you can see the news section where students can see the upcoming event like webinars, workshop, or it can be news or announcement related to the university. Okay, so this is the interface when students have successfully logged into the LMS. As you can see, there are recently accessed courses. In the screen is auditing 3 and taxation 2, and timeline on the right side, where students can see the upcoming event like assignment, quiz, or forum. On the top right, you can see the tiny circular profile picture. And when you click it, there's a menu where students can change their profile picture and add some bio or additional information about themselves. And on the top left, you can see this, the 3 stack horizontal lines. When you click it, it will show options like dashboard, site home, private files, and my courses. Site home will take you back to the home page, the initial interface, and my courses will show all the courses that the student takes. And every day, when student log in, it will show daily mission pop up on screen. It just like in game, yeah. The display here is one of the daily rewards pop up. Later, there will also be a class reward where a pop up appears when we press a course. And eventually, when students finish the mission, they will get a token like this. When you log in once, you will get the token. When you accomplish an assignment 3 times, you will get a token, and so on. Yeah. With this interactive model, hopefully students can be more active in the learning process. Evelyn, can you continue my presentation?
Okay, thank you, Elisa. So now it's my turn to continue what Elisa was delivered. Yes, when we click on the course section, this, okay, the initial screen display on this slide. On the left, we see like the participant for all the students. On the left, so that take this class, pictures, competitions, and grades for looking score performance. Okay, and then when we see on the right side, there is the name of the, of course, the activities course. Okay, so there's the photo of lectures, welcome greetings, and email of the lecture. Next. So when we scroll down, the display that appears will look like this. First, we can see an announcement where lecturers can insert general information for their class, followed by an attendance list. And under that, we go into core parts of LMS.
Reminder, 3 minutes left.
Okay, thank you, committee. Like the game, when we completed all the activities, we can get the tokens. Firstly, we can see input for lectures to fill on various materials such as a PPT, PDF, or books, then process for some learning activities like Zoom meeting, link forum, Google Meet, and so on. So after we can see the output containing some text or assignment quiz as material for measurement everything in learning. After we finish all the activities, sorry, can you back? we can click mark as done button automatically. It turns out done. It signifies that we achieve our reward. Next slide. Thank you. Next. After, when we click the card icon on the top, we can see screen various products that can be purchased will appear to exchange tokens that have been obtained from various learning activities. Next. After that, we can see our progress with one click. On the right corner, our photo be shown, detailed personal information, and all the achievements that have been obtained by student can be seen in status information, starting from the progress bar to the number of the token have been obtained by student can be seen in status information, starting from the progress bar to the number of the tokens that have been acquired, and other information like email, country, city, ID number, and so on that will appear on the screen. Next. Okay, now we've reached the conclusion that we made for this insight. To begin with, the three main characters of blockchain are transparency, immutability, and decentralization. Made the education system can be monitored effectively and reliably. In addition, gamification with blockchain in LMS is a new and effective innovation to prevent cheating, boredom, and passive students. This innovation of gamification concept provides a reward in the form of tokens which students will receive if they finish the learning process and accomplish course achievement. In conclusion, this model is expected to have a positive impact on the wider education sector. So, this is the end of our presentation. Thank you. Terima kasih. Selamat kaman. And feel free for us as our presentation any question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Eliza and Evelyn. And now we reach the Q&A session. We will have 10 minutes for this session. We invite Dr. Kamba to giving the first question.
Okay, very good presentation. And so my question is, can you identify some threats of this blockchain-based learning technology on the quality of education and lifelong learning of our students? And also, how about the threats of this blockchain-based learning on our quality of education? Okay, can you hear me? And also,
can you repeat the question, because I kicked from the Zoom. My signal is
okay. So threats. My question is, what are the threats of this blockchain-based learning technology on the quality of education and lifelong learning of our students? And also, how about the benefits of this to teachers and professors? So, did you get my question?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, for the question. I will try to answer. Maybe the threat is known because the blockchain system is pretty safe. Maybe the one thing that disadvantage that is a problem when the university decide to use this model. Of course, the university will have to consider the cost, because there will be a maintenance cost and cost to join the server, and the university might pay someone who expertise in this area to design the LMS and connect it to the blockchain. And of course, it takes sacrifices in terms of cost to achieve these goals. Thank you, ma'am.
How about my follow-up question? The effect of this the impact of this to teachers and professors.
Okay, on the impact, yes, ma'am. Okay, maybe on the wider scale, it will increase the quality of education. Maybe Evelyn can add something.
For the lectures, maybe we don't search much about this, but I think in this nowadays, lectures can still operate this like there's no problem that so significant for to complete this system like that.
Okay, thank you very much. No further questions.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Kamba. And now we move to Dr. Manalansan for the next question.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Your topic is very timely indeed. So here's my question. But before that, let me put some context first. According to Con in 1993, rewards actually make people feel controlled and discourage, and it actually discourages risk taking. So my question is this: what is the stand of the team on this particular issue in line with the rewards associated with the proposed system? Again, according to Con in 1993, there was actually particular research on educational based rewards, wherein rewards make people feel controlled and it actually discourages risk taking. Now, what is the stand of the team on this particular issue in line with the rewards associated with the proposed system? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question, sir. I will try to answer that. Regarding to that research, we are looking for the latest research on rewards, and like we said on like we said it's a research conducted by Argaheni. It's from 2020. We are heading there, and maybe Evelyn can add.
Okay, the condition is that having us are actually in COVID-19, right? So, sorry, my signal is like
Sir, can you repeat the second question? Because you asked the question.
No, actually, it's just a single question, Elisa.
Oh, so
yeah,
regarding to the rewards, we are back looking for latest research. Yes.
Yeah, actually, the research has something to do with psychological motivation of students, and at some point, it is generally being cited even up to now. So my particular question is that what is the particular, again, what is the particular stand of the team with regards to the effects of the reward system to the education of students? Yeah, it has something to do.
The effect to the team. Yes.
I mean, what is the stand of the team with regards to the rewards, to the effect of the rewards in line with the educational system?
So the first platform that we that say before, it's like some students can actually follow the course, of course. So that's the first platform. So the reward is for that. So when the student can complete all the activities, so there's a reward. It may be motivate the student to more follow the course actively like that. Eliza?
Yes, honestly, and basically in our university we have this kind of model too, but it is not in form of token. It is in form of points that can be exchanged. That can be exchanged when we're about to graduate. And yes, that's all for us. From us.
Yeah. Thank you for your answer. Yeah. I have no further questions, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Manalangsan. And now we move to the last question from Dr. Fia.
Okay. Hello, Evelyn and Eliza. How are you?
Good. Thank you,
Okay.
Miss.
Okay, congratulations because you've already become as one of the finalists of this international competition. Well, my question is this gamification on blockchain already applied in your campus, or you just propose this to being applied in your campus? And what I can catch earlier based on your presentation is about gamification is about the notification part and token, right?
Right.
Is there anything else about the gamification here? And would you give explanation more? I think my question is similar, just like Dr. Manalansan. Could you give a more detailed explanation to relation between those feature in this application and how it can enhance the motivation and creativity of the students? And because since your topic or your title is about how this gamification on blockchain can improve the online learning quality. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for your question, ma'am. I will try to answer that. Like I said before, we already have this kind of gamification in our campus, but it's not in a form of token, not in blockchain. We have something like PK2. It stands for point kemahasiswaan, student points that can be exchanged for money. One point is equivalent to 750 rupiah. We can exchange that when we're about to graduate. And with gamification, with this model, hopefully the learning system is can be more creative. The students can be more active. They can also express themselves better. And we hope that it makes accounting students more interested in studying accounting. Maybe Evelyn can add something.
Okay, so this LMS is not blockchain on our universities, just the LMS like that, but the blockchain and the gamification not. So for the gamification, there's some more like that I presented before. And then the information that's for show off. The student can show off to their another student that the qualification this will be I reached higher than you or something like that. So I really like that.
Maybe I can add, we designed this model on the urgency because as the students myself, I sometimes feeling kind of bored with the conventional online learning on the basic LMS. So we try to collaborate LMS with blockchain with gamification system so that the learning can become more interactive. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I think I already finished for my question. Miss Angelina.
Thank you so much to Evelyn and Eliza, also to the judges. Thank you so much to all participants and judges. Now we will have a break. Then we will start the poster presentation session at 12 p.m. So please stay until the very end of this event. Thank you and see you again.
State Polytechnic of Malang, or Polinema, is a state vocational high